This is our live stream tonight. I am your host, Ricky Reeves. And on my, wait a minute, what is that? That's my right. On my right is my best
My right,
friend
your right,
and,
your left.
legendary material. Oh, Yella, right there. What's going
How
on?
you doing? How you doing, brother? Everything
I'm
steady
splendid.
on your end?
I am stupendous. I am doing
Okay.
stupendous.
I'm splendid. I'm very
Oh,
splendid.
it's splits, splendid and stupendous. You can't beat that.
You can't beat that. You can't beat that.
Yeah. So let's get right into it. So tonight we are going to talk about what's at the bottom of the screen right there. Why do men in the public eye recycle through the same women? And this subject was brought to you by Old Yella himself. I'm very excited to talk about this particular subject because it's very, very relevant of what's going on right now. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to ask you the question that you brought it up. Why do men in the public eye recycle through the same women?
I think because it's the attention seeking, which is kind of lame because it's like if a man gets in a position of power, then you can find any woman and don't have to deal with the baggage of the ones that come with baggage in the public eye already. You know what I'm saying? So it baffles me how men just continue to just deal with the pop, I guess, in their minds, and it's mainly young men that we noticed with that. I guess let's go back to high school. They just wanted to deal with the most popular one that's popping right now, and it's weird. Like you in a position where you can actually find a good woman. That's if you want it, but some niggas think what they dick. So that's the problem. Too much thinking with your dick, and I guess it's more fantasizing that. Damn, I used to look at her. I used to get off when seeing her on TV. Now I can actually get her in real life. Shit, I gotta have it. So I don't know. I think the narrative needs to change on that. Where what I'm saying, like you can do better if you want to do better, but I guess it's just this is what you want to do.
You know what? That is exactly, I 100% agree with that. It seems like when you're in high school, and like let's say you're in high school and there was like a popular, I'm going to bring up the 50 Cent thing, damn homie. In
Right.
high school, you was the man. So that dude used to get all the chicks. He used to get all
Of
of them,
course.
So like say if you wasn't that dude that was getting all the chicks, and then then all of a sudden you become successful somewhat, or you get a real good job, start making some good money or something,
Right.
and then you run into them same chicks that wouldn't give you the time of day back then, and then you run into them later on.
Right.
To me, in my opinion, they lose their value because I mean it's just like a car, Once you drive it off the lot,
Off the lot, it depreciates.
it's depreciated right there, and once you had a dick. Your value is appreciated. It don't matter the quality of the dick or not. It's a dick.
That is correct.
So you have depreciated your value. I mean, a woman can say, "Well, it's the same with a man too." It's the same. Well, okay,
Not
yeah,
necessarily. See, I don't
yeah,
know why women always think it's the same with the man. See, the problem is that a man can fuck up with a billion, with having thousands of bodies on them. But guess what? They just getting the woman pregnant. But guess what? A woman can't do that because once you get pregnant, your body depreciates. And guess what? After that, you're gonna do that mommy makeover bullshit, get a BBL because you didn't popped out a baby. So guess what? Women can't do what men do. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But like I said, a man can get a woman pregnant, 365 a year. A woman can get pregnant and she be out the game for 9 months. So that's just what it is. Don't argue with me, argue with the goddamn science. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was put forth. So
it's motherfucking science.
right.
It's
You can't
motherfucking
move a shit
science.
like men. And I know women hate that shit. Like I'm tired of men just but guess what? They got perks to their stuff too, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's the one thing that we can get away with. So be it. Now, on the back end, a lot of men abuse the fuck out of it, and I got to hold them accountable for it. But at the same time, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, like that's when they always say women need to choose better men to deal with. instead of being stressed the fuck out and dealing with men that's gonna take you through the ringer. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of is balls in your court, you know. But a lot of women don't get it. They see the glitz and glamour with men who come with status, and
that's it. That is the
yeah,
bottom line. 100% agree with that. And you know, back to what we were saying about these dudes. You know, when you're in high
right,
school, you didn't get that chick in high school, and then you see her again. I mean, her value has depreciated. It's not the
right.
same no more. So once that happens, what in your mind goes? You could go find some other woman that you don't even know about. They don't even have a
Right.
history. You don't even got a history with it or know anything they do. So why not just continue to do that? Just focus on that.
There,
Instead of recycling through the same type of woman.
but you know what? I think there's also a kickback that a lot of those women that they do go after kind of remind me of the women they always dealt with. So they always been used to a certain type of woman that they grew up with or been around or dealt with. That once they get to that point, they kind of still look for that type of woman because that's what they used to. Because then if you step outside your comfort zone and dealing with a woman that you're not familiar with, you probably ain't don't know how to how to like come at her. You know what I'm saying? Or you can just go to some ratchet chick or a chick that that's gonna bring some type of familiarity to you, and then you like, oh, I'm right at home. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is. It's the familiarity with what I'm saying, well, what you've been used to. You know what I'm saying? That's why it pays to broaden your horizons and see stuff where you can get a better understanding. AKA passport bros, where a lot of those guys go over and experience different type of women, and they're not just dealing with the same type of women that they've been seeing in the States. You know what I'm saying? It takes them into a broader spectrum. And actually that's actually a good thing. I know a lot of people don't agree with it, but at the same time, it gives them another avenue of finding what you want if you do it right, instead of spinning the block on dealing with the same shit that frustrates you off the rip. Because I ain't gonna lie, I've been overseas and all that stuff, and when it comes to Western women, boy, shit, my shit is damn near that shit down there on E. But I would never put it on full E, but I just know like now, like, whoo, boy, I just gotta be a stickler. You know what I'm saying? So
what you're saying is, it's like when you drive a U-Haul truck and you trying to run out the tank, and it gives you that warning, say you got 50 miles left.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
50
what it is.
miles.
You got 50 miles with, so I'm just gonna park.
I ain't gonna burn you out.
I ain't gonna burn you out. Once we gonna get there, we're gonna pull it to the crib, and then I'm gonna drop you off the U-Haul so they can refill you for the next one. Not on my watch, but yeah, I won't never completely, give up. But at the same time, it gave me a better chance of knowing that I know what I want. And I've dialed my sword until I'm no longer on this earth. If I don't get it, then hey, God willing, there's another lifetime I can go and redo this again. But right now, in this present, fuck no.
Say, if I don't get it right this time, I gotta come back.
I gotta come back. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna do reincarnation, you just gonna beam me up to another planet. I'll get it right then. But right now, in this presence, I'm going to act accordingly because I'm in this presence.
Oh God, that is funny. Yeah, see, and that's another thing. It's like, okay, why I never understood that, especially the celebrities. Okay, well, let me use one for example. Kim Kardashian.
Perfect.
She has been recycled.
The whole family's been recycled, but guess what? they still pull dudes. I'm like, and there's always one demographic, except for one of the other ones. She got the bald-headed rocker dude, but most of them they all deal with black men. They just have a fetish for black men and going through them like it ain't shit. But guess what? Them same very black men that they run through, them black men want that. I'm like, you niggas ain't really understand. Like, of all the people, you pick a Kardashian. Like, for real, a Kardashian.
And they don't want that. They need
that. Yeah, they need that.
They gotta
imagine if every black man just alienated a Kardashian and just become just and them girls will probably lose their damn mind because they can't fuck with niggas no more. They like this.
Because obviously there's a reason they're doing it. There's some reason why they do it. Because I've never seen them. I ain't seen them. Kim Kardashian tried one white man, Chris Humphries.
And was he like mixed? I think he was a mutt.
He might have been mixed.
Curly hair.
But guess what happened? It didn't work out. They got to be dark.
No. She dated that white dude that was on Saturday Night Live. They looked like
right after Kanye. Yeah, Pete.
Yeah, that sickly looking dude.
Yeah, but see, that was just like that was like a rebound or something.
Yeah, that was a rebound, but she going right back to what she used to. You know what I'm saying? So,
right, what? Yeah. Back to what you said earlier. Familiarity.
Familiarity, and right. So that's the thing. Like, why can't men just be like, you know what? If I want not to deal with stuff, especially the ones that go through the most shit with the women that they deal with or the women they run into and all that shit. If you have the resources, step your ass out and see other shit and get a better perspective on what makes you happy, unless you just want to just collect bodies and shit. Now, if you want to do that, then all right, well, you just gonna be a hoe of just hoeing yourself out. And I promise you, as you get older in age, that shit gonna wear off. You know what I'm saying? You be like, damn, all them honey packs and goddamn blue pills and shit. That shit, if you gotta rely on that, man, you in a sad spot. You should never ever want to rely on some type of supplement to get you right with any woman. That means that's bad.
Where's my honey pack? Where's my honey pack?
I need a honey pack. God damn it. Damn. I gotta have it in my goddamn drawer, but it ain't. Damn, I tried to get some honey from Walmart and I thought that shit would work, but that shit ain't got you.
Some great value.
With that goddamn Care Bear on the front of it, whatever that shit is. Oh.
That shit just made my dick sweet.
When I bust off her, she was like, damn, you've been eating sweets, huh? Oh, baby, I drink some tea with lemon. I ain't know the honey. I poured it and made you taste it, but shit. I'm glad it was good.
Oh shit! Oh shit! See what I'm talking about? That shit is the truth. It's the truth. That's why it's funny, because it's true. So, and see, that can be avoided if you just take care of yourself. Like I tell you, what did I do, so brother? I told you, I even put that on my page. I said, I drink beets, celery, cucumbers, and watermelon, all mixed together. Some straight killer.
Straight killer. And I'm on that shit too. Like I do kale and lemon and ginger and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? With pineapples, man, that shit is delicious.
It'd be like the spark. It'd be like the spark that Optimus Prime was looking for.
For real.
It's an energy.
It's the spark that got ET to point at your ass when he wanted to make sure you give me that ET spark, goddammit.
The tip of your dick look like that ET spark.
Exactly. Shit. So yeah, man. At the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. I know we getting off subject because that's what we do, but it's just that, brothers need to do better. Man, I'm talking to black men because niggas need to be more cultured and stop dealing with shit. And then you wouldn't have this perspective of how you feel about black women sometimes, because if that's all you deal with, which is fine, which you should, to each his own, what preference that you want. But at the same time, man, like give yourself to see what other women offer instead of just feeling like you dealing with women that stress you out. So you just forced to be like, damn, I gotta go deal with this. Well, why? But you choose to do that too. So it's like, I don't know. It's just better understanding of if you are in a status position, broaden your palate, man. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Just broaden your palate and stop making the most negative shit more negative, because that's what you do. And then we go back and having discussions that we see on online all the time about of the gender wars and all that shit. And it's like, well, y'all motherfuckers deal with the same type. Who fault that is? And that goes for both men and women. So fuck, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna piggyback off of that what you just said, and I'm gonna give it a phrase for it because it sums it up very well. It's you're gonna avoid being a victim of familiarity.
Oh,
that is big time, because
big time a victim of familiarity, because that's true.
You wouldn't keep trying, and this is for men. This is coming from man for women. So you wouldn't keep trying to get the same type of chick and recycle it through the same woman if you didn't become a victim of familiarity. Correct. If you step out of that box in your horizon and seeing what this, because when you travel, you get to see all different types of women. And when you do that, you're going to open up your horizons. You're not going to be stuck on one type.
Right. And you won't be passing judgment so easy. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like you'll be able to see shit, you know?
Because, you could easily say, oh, black women ain't shit if you done dealt with ain't shit black women. If you done dealt with ain't shit black women, like 5 black women that ain't shit. Of course, that's your world. That's your world. Your victim of familiarity.
Right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? They put it into their own existence without even knowing they didn't put it into their own existence. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you got to do better. Just being different, especially if you are blessed to be able to see the world, which I encourage every man and woman to do. Because if every man and woman was able to see the world, then we wouldn't have any issues of finding that someone if we want to go there, and what you want. Because me personally, I used to feel like I would be like, man, this is all I'm gonna be dealing with. But then as I get older and be able to do certain things, I was like, you know what? There's someone out there for everybody, which is true. I mean, even in where we're currently at, like it could be someone. Currently in Wichita, Kansas, and there could be someone here for me. I don't know the percentage of when I'm gonna meet that motherfucker, but still that percentage. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm still able to be like, okay, well, maybe I didn't find Wichita, maybe I come to Colorado. I might find someone there. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm giving myself options of like, okay, I'm not gonna be pressed where I'm currently at. This is just the end all be all for me. You know what I'm saying? Fuck no. I feel like I want to step out. I'll take my ass to Vegas or to California, or of course, go overseas, go to freaking Thailand, go to South Korea, some places like that. And like, okay, now I thought, I could find something where I was at in the States, but I'm gonna try it over here. You know what I'm saying? And then you get a different makeup and background of the women that you do run into. You know what I'm saying? But that's the beauty of it. That way you don't be giving up hope and thinking like this is just it. No. You just gotta make yourself more marketable to be seen. That's it.
100% agree. Ain't gonna disagree with that at all. That's exactly how I would put it too. I mean, if I sat there, I'm gonna use Code Kansas for example.
Code Kansas.
If you really sat there in Kansas and really just said, you know what, my wife is here, and you just eliminated all options right there. Correct. Okay, you might get that, and you might run into that, but it's probably gonna be the same thing. The victim of familiarity. You go
the victim of familiarity, and then you get comfortable because then you just be like, you know what, this is what I'm running into. All right, I'm gonna settle, and that's what happens. Is most men settle, most women settle because women who settle and do get married, they're the ones that divorce the men that they marry. So I would say majority of most of people who end up being in a relationship do kind of settle. ain't no such thing as the perfect, but at the same time, it could be a good seller too. Like, okay, these are the pros and cons, but I'm selling for this because I know this works for me. You know what I'm saying? Or is you just selling because I'm just gonna sell right now because maybe this person comes with resources that I can benefit from, and that's I can go with that. But that's when I say sell, I don't mean it in a negative way either. You know what I'm saying? I mean it in a positive way where you're settling of knowing that that the qualities that other significant person brings into your life is actually something you can work with, a form of compromise, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So
right. And I'm gonna use this phrase I heard from a pimp. He said, and it was a pimp who said this, and I was shocked because it's a pimp. So he said, "Be with the one that likes you, not with the one that you like."
Correct. I saw that. Yeah, that's a damn good one. Yeah,
and I like that quote. It makes sense to me because if you be with the one that likes you, she's not gonna really like do anything to get you off your path or anything because she's into you.
Right.
When you like someone more, they're not into you. You're into them.
Correct. And T.K. Kirkland said the same shit. He said, "Stop chasing the women that you want because it's probably God's way of telling you that you dodging a bullet. Like you probably don't want that because once you finally once you catch that woman that you want and she's been denying your ass, it's not gonna be worth it. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be like, you know what? He did all this. Not to say there's always that inkling that it could work, but let's just put it in layman's terms that she probably gonna abuse the fuck out of you because she feels like that. You know what? I got him wrapped underneath my finger, so let's make it do what it do."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Case in point, Robert De Niro's wife. She just
his last wife, or
the black woman that he was married.
Oh, the black woman. Did she take she took all his? Well, she
took something. I don't know. But she took something.
Yeah. Okay. Well, shit. Michael Jordan's ex-wife. And you know what? Ever since he got divorced from that woman, Juanita Jordan, she been sitting pretty because she fell off the face of the earth. I ain't even see the 2020 interview about where's Juanita Jordan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she just said, you know what? I dated this man. I married this man. I had kids with this man.
Right. And I divorced this man, but it was worth it for the sacrifices I made. You won't hear nothing from me. You know what I'm saying?
And she probably is, getting her back blown out by some man right now.
Yeah, like another form of statement that's to Oprah. You know what I'm saying?
But you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. Because guess what? She out the public eye. And that's how I
don't need to tell these dudes that, hey, I'm Michael Jordan's ex-wife. She just says, I'm just Juanita.
Yeah, I was just Juanita.
That's all you need.
I don't know. Ain't no Jordan over here, but the ones that I'm getting residuals for.
You see them checks in that mailbox? I just gotta go to that mailbox. That's it.
You don't even gotta do that. That shit direct deposit.
Direct deposit.
And that shit says Jumpman.
Jumpman. Every time.
Jumpman Inc. Depositing to Juanita's account.
And Michael Jordan, he hates that. More money coming out of my pockets.
Michael Jordan
it's bad when you got
the damn Hornets.
It's bad when you get divorced from a woman and you're totally done with it and everything, and it's still a bill. It's still a bill.
It's still a bill that you can't close. Right? Damn. I left a tip and everything, a good tip, and this motherfucker still ain't. Why this bill ain't closed?
Like this is like a 30-year insurance policy.
Like fuck.
What am I paying for?
Hence again, this is why men need to understand. Don't be being comfortable with familiarity because you can be in a 30-year fixed loan.
Got to negotiate in 10 years.
Yeah,
and then you can't negotiate because the tiers have changed.
Yeah, all that shit's changed.
So
now it's like fuck. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like if there's if you're gonna make that sacrifice for what you want and go for it, then find that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can find that something close to what you ideally like. You know what I'm saying? But once you start being comfortable and just wanting to just deal with the same shit, that shit ain't gonna work out.
It's not.
It's not.
I done dated all. I done dated the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Oh shit.
And one thing I ain't come to find out, all these women have something in common, and they have all said this as well to me. All women have said this to me. Pussy is the same.
That shit ain't changed one bit.
It ain't changed. I done every time I done got in one, it's the same.
It's just the same. It's just a turn on because it's a new vessel.
Right. It determines if she snaps that pussy back or something,
exactly.
Stuff like that. She tightens up. It's a little difference, but once you master that, then it's the same.
Exactly. So then, guess where you gotta go?
Break the walls down.
You were Chris Jericho.
Yeah, break
you
the
come
walls
into
down.
the bedroom like this.
Break the walls down.
Oh shit! Oh, hey, that'd be pretty dude. Some role playing shit. Have a strobe light. I hop in the bedroom and play that shit. And have a strobe light. Be like, time to break your walls down.
Like, how do you guys keep that passion together? Hey, we think out the box.
Think out the box.
We go from.
I got a sequin jacket with some Bret Hart glasses that I'm gonna try on tonight.
We go from being a doctor to a wrestler to a politician. We do it all.
Do it all. You're not gonna get just some of this. You're gonna get all of this.
For example, if she got an office, we're gonna role play at that office. Hey, how you doing? Looks like you've had a rough day at work. What are you doing there behind that desk?
Matter of fact, I see you got some cubicle walls behind you. We can build us a fortress around this desk. And we could play Super Mario. I'll be Mario, and you be Princess, whoever that bitch was.
Peaches.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
But yeah. Yes, why these men keep recycling these women is beyond me. I just don't understand why they keep doing it. But I think I know why they do it. You know why? I think they just want to conquer something that some other nigga did. let's say it was some boxers, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
Like
it's an ego thing too, and it's a weird flex. Like
look at Nelly, right?
Right.
Well, Floyd Mayweather had a woman named Miss Jackson, and then all of a sudden Nelly comes and fucks her. Remember that? He took her from. Did Nelly take her from him?
I don't remember that. I mean, I probably just got to ring the bell. My memory.
Yeah, so Floyd Mayweather had a woman named Miss Jackson. He made Miss Jackson. He gave her implants, her booty shots, liposuction, all that stuff. He built her up into something. And then I think something happened where they stopped dating or something. Or I think Nelly, he came in some way and started dating her. So what I'm saying is that, is it a conquering thing in their mind? Like, I can't beat this nigga in real life in anything, but I'm gonna take his bitch.
Yeah, I know Negroes like that. I know niggas that do that shit. Yeah, so I can see that, and especially with if you, it's kind of sad, but if you a ignorant nigga with money, that's probably like a big thing to use. Like you want to fuck all the other niggas' girl, which is weird to me because so you had competition with another dude for no reason at all. Y'all could be in two totally separate freaking professions. Like this motherfucker could be a kick returner for the Arizona Cardinals, and he beefing with a nigga that's like the hype man for goddamn Gunner or some shit. I don't fucking know. But yeah, you want to Gunner's hype man want to fuck the punt returner's bitch because they had a beef in the club. Like, but that's the weird shit that niggas do get off on. Like, that's odd. But yeah, it could be an ego thing.
It's definitely egotistical.
And also too, it could be like how many notches they got underneath their belt of all the most popular ones. Like, man, shit, man. Well, Zion fucking up because having Mariah Mills under your belt, that's gross.
You could have kept that under your belt. We didn't.
Yeah, you could have kept that under your belt. You could have.
We didn't even know. We didn't even know that.
Yeah, you could have, but I mean, do better, brother. But yeah, don't let them type of cats out the hat.
And the bad part about it is that the girl exposed your messages and shit. Like, I don't know what in your right mind thought that this woman who gets her back blown out on tape is you're gonna trust. She's gonna entrust your values the same way you do.
Right.
Like, I mean, he went. Well, I guess he went to Duke. So I mean, maybe the education.
You went to Duke. You think Duke players would be a little smart because your coach was Coach Krzyzewski. I thought he kind of instilled some common sense into you, but
nah, I don't think common sense is the same as a triangle offense. You're trying to win a game and you want to dunk, so you're going to learn that offense. But it doesn't apply off the court, obviously, especially in this situation. I mean, I mean, you would think financial education would be into play. I mean, you're giving $107,000 a month to a woman while you're injured.
While you're injured, right?
You got to pay.
About when is your availability to come back and play for the team that needs your ass? But yeah, you're tricking out $170K a month,
right?
Well, as Cameron and May said, man, he's a munch.
He is big time. He's munching.
He's munching.
He is munching.
Yeah. If you are gonna munch that, keep that shit under wraps. God damn.
Like, yeah, that didn't need to get out. And then the fact that and then look at he's a victim of familiarity. The woman he is with is similar to her.
She just ain't as ratchet. Well, she probably is, but she keeping it. Well, she having the baby, so she gotta play it cool because she already got the bag.
Remember, so bro, I made that video a while back where I said, "What is the difference with a porn star or an average woman? The only difference is the porn star is on tape doing her exploits, while the average woman, she says, I ain't gonna go on tape, but I'm still gonna get fucked in this ass."
That is correct.
That's the only difference. It's just one does it off tape, the other one doesn't, but they're still the same.
Still the same.
See, and that's a big problem with the men. That's why they keep recycling. These fools got all this money. Sometimes it's not wise to be stupid and have money. It
doesn't, because what you call it, with great with great power comes great responsibility.
Yes, and I'm starting to understand what that really means now as an older man. I totally get it 100% because if you're not utilizing that at all, this stuff happens. You gave this woman almost over $1 million over a year. There's kids that are hungry in cities. You could have gave that to gang intervention programs. You could have gave that to the homeless. You could no, you want to give it to these big ass.
You could have invested your goddamn rehab so your ass could get on that damn basketball court and help your team win. That's what you could have did.
But no, you wanted to give it to this chick that looks uncomfortable.
Yeah, and then at the same time, you got a woman that went on public record saying that she did not want to do scenes with black men, only strictly white men. So like, this woman she already had a few screws loose, and you just empowered that shit to rattle out her head now because she going full grown. She going goddamn Freddy Krueger on the motherfucker now, just exposing everything. You saw she got a tattoo on her face today of his name.
Oh my God! Hold on a second. I'm gonna look that up real quick.
Yes, she got a tattoo on her face.
Let's see this.
There's Zion on her cheek right here.
So you mean to tell me you just got your account banned from Twitter?
Don't matter. Well, there's a will, there's a way. She still got issues with her. You see that shit?
Let me see. I'm looking for it. Let's see. Okay. I'm about to share this.
She got like a half-ass sideburn.
Yeah, hold on a second here. I'm about to share this. This is oh shit. Let me see.
Terrible. Fucking terrible.
Like I'm shocked that right now, people. I'm really shocked right now. Let's see here.
Terrible.
Let's see here. Screen. All right, I'm sharing it right now. So look at this right here. Porn star Mariah Mills gets Zion Williams' name tattooed onto her face after threatening to leak sex tapes of the scandalized NBA star. Oh my God, so bro. All right, let's see if we can get to the picture here. It looks like this is it. If it'll load, and it's a video. A video.
Yeah, it's a whole video. Like her getting prepped, getting stenciled on her face, and getting traced over.
Oh, shit.
Ain't that shit terrible?
Yeah, we gotta wait for this to load, y'all. We're gonna wait for it to load. Oh my God. Okay, so let's see here. I mean, look at the woman right here. Can you see the woman right there?
Yes.
You see her? Is she any different? Is there really a difference? This is the same victim of familiarity. Look at this shit.
Familiarity, man. That's just.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is wild. Hope your leg healed. Look, she don't even know how to spell. Hope your leg. Hope your leg heals before the season. Zion Williams. You're going to lose everything. You see this? You're going to lose everything and fail. You'll never come back from this. It's over for you. You will lose all your endorsements if this sex tape. Let me find out he fucked bad on that sex tape.
That motherfucker was probably fucking like, oh yeah.
Probably like, Dad, we got to stop that tape from coming out.
Yeah, for real. We need a gag order on this one. Yeah, we need to send a cease and desist letter to her ass. I'm surprised he ain't did that shit sooner. He bugging. I don't know why he's giving her too much power, because why the fuck you ain't shut that motherfucker up?
That's my point exactly. Like this is insane. Trade this man. Enough is enough.
I ain't gonna tell them to trade him. Like, bitch, you ain't the GM.
Oh my God.
Like yes. She's the special counsel to the damn New Orleans Pelicans of getting rid of him.
We do forget also, Zion is still a young man.
Yeah, he's only 23, 22, something like that.
Yes, he's still a young man. So he's gonna make his mistakes,
Yeah.
Especially
when in today's world, yeah. It's that little mistake just gets magnified 10 times worse. At least back in the 90s, shit, you just had to be, it'd be all hearsay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hearsay. Like, I heard that, he was doing the Sukiyama with Mariah Mills.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, social media will have your ass looking stupid.
The Zion tattoo, oh my God. That's real shocking.
Yeah, hey, I told you so, brother. I told you.
She got banned off of Twitter. So she said, guess what I'm about to do? I'm going on another account, on another platform.
On another platform.
I'm going to get your name tattooed on my face. But you see this? She's an evil.
She look evil.
She's an evil bitch.
She's a Lilith. As we always say, she's a Lilith.
She is a Lilith. That is a walking Lilith. You know how they say a walking bucket? No, that's a walking Lilith.
A whole Lilith.
She is showing everything of a Lilith. Like,
she's trying to be the worst Lilith
of all
side chicks. Yeah.
Like that shit that I just read, I cannot believe what I just read and what I just seen. That's unbelievable. I'm still.
You're flabbergasted, huh?
My mind's going bonkers. I'm still trying to gather my thoughts
I
about.
saw that shit. I was just like, oh yeah, that's.
You hate that.
I mean, me in my mind, I'm like, yeah, that's very extreme. But I just hope that's just she playing some fucking head games, and that shit is just a goddamn peel off tattoo. But some people ain't wrapped too tight, so can never say never.
Never say never. And see, this is another thing too. I'm gonna learn from this. I'm older than Zion, but I'm learning from this. I'm learning everything from this.
Oh shit, I'm learning from this just in case. Well, I mean, I didn't have my fair share, but not to that extreme. But
guess what? The same way you got into it is the same way you got out of
it. yeah, yes indeed,
Now this situation, it went over his head.
Oh yeah, no, that shit went left. That when you talk about when something go left, that shit went left. Like he thought that shit was gonna be wiped beneath the rug or whatever. Nah. But again,
so do you think this was in his mind then in this particular situation? He probably, he watches porn like a lot of young men do.
Of course.
And was on the Brazzers website and it's like, oh, look at this. Mariah Mills, a black chick. And then he's like, wait a minute, she only sleeps with white men.
Right.
And then he goes and does further research and finds out what you said about her earlier about she just had sex with white men only on camera. She does not do scenes with black men.
Right.
So do you think in his mind he was saying
that was his ego? His ego kicked in because he already.
I am that one nigga that you gonna have to.
And guess what? And he went and he acted like the $1 million man. Everybody has a price.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
I will say people can be bought. Matter of fact, most of these women can be bought. You just gotta have the right price.
Right. And
OnlyFans. I'm sorry. If you on OnlyFans, you could be bought. Because you're being bought right now. Motherfuckers subscribing to you, you're being bought. You know what I'm saying? So
you got a price.
Yes.
If you selling a subscription for $20 a month, guess what? That's your price. You said
that's your price. And guess what?
Pictures of your
Jesus and your ass, $20. You being bought. So, oh my God. Just imagine, like, and then, all right, I'm not even trying to get off subject, but just, it goes back to what we saying, like, why do men still deal with the same women? But then I think that's like, that shit helped contribute to like OnlyFans because then it contributes to that whole landscape of women taking advantage of those type of men because those might, for some reason, a lot of those men just don't get it and they're running with it. And I can't even fault them for it because it's like, well, hey, this is what you like, and your dumb ass gonna pay for it too. Instead of let's go. You know what I'm saying? And what you said, don't hate the player, hate the game. So
don't hate the player, hate the game, because that's the only thing that you can hate. You can't.
That's the only thing you can hate.
You making this choice. You making this decision. So you it's just how the game goes. I'm sorry. That's just how the cookie crumbles, as they say.
But I ain't want to cut you out. But one more thing, another reason why, like we were saying, like why men, it's more of an ego thing because, like I said, it's more they want the notches of all the most women, or the popular women that they can hit. You know what I'm saying, or be linked to. Again, it's still weird, but whatever. But I think that's the main reason. Like, it can't be another reason why. You know what I'm saying, other than just saying that you didn't have them. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? The next one is gonna be like, well, I had it too. So I think that you ain't accomplishing shit, other than just like bragging rights for a slight reason. But again,
like bragging rights. It's like bragging rights for like like if you playing the Ravens and Steelers rivalry. Bragging rights. I mean, you get it for the year. You whoop their ass twice for the year. That's it.
Like, you ain't taking shit home other than hopefully they take like.
Hey man, that's your chick, man. Man, I had that chick. I used to blow that chick's back out, man. Used to blow that shit
I hope
out.
you ain't kissed her, man. You kissed her? Oh man. Oh. Man, she used to use my dick as a toothbrush when it was done. God damn. Shit. We did a fetish. I had to put some bristles on the tip of my shit. Get me in the back of the teeth. God damn.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. I'm sick of it. This is what we are, man. So I don't know, so brother. It's like men need to do better, man. That's all. Just stop recycling bitches. It's okay, man. Like if you really want to be like play about it, goddamn. Well, I ain't trying to. Well, see, now I'm kind of speaking bad into this because I'm like, well, turn out some new bitches, but then that's not good. So no, we're not do that. And if anything, let me gear this toward men who are upstanding, who wants to, do right and all that. Go out and find. You have the power to go out and find what you want. As long as you got the resource to back you can do that, and you can not doubt yourself that you won't find that.
Like you said, if you got the resources, that's one thing. That's one thing to have. You need that. But also, if you don't have no children, you ain't got no type of attachments to anybody else, you have the freedom to do this, to expand your horizons, and go see and find out what you really want and what you really need, instead of just, well, it's not what I want, but it's what I need. Or it's not what I need at all, but it's what I want. Because guess what? You're going to be unhappy either way. You need both. I'm sorry. You need the want and the need together.
Correct.
If you do not have the want and the need together, you're going to be an unhappy person. Divorce is coming.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely coming.
Like, bitch, you done scratched my head. All that shit's coming. All that shit's coming. If you don't have the want and the need, like, all that shit's coming will happen to you.
Yeah, but you gotta learn that balance, and I think that's just life. Though life is gonna have to teach you that. You're gonna have to go through your trials and tribulations, but especially at our age, we kind of figured it out. Like I know what path I'm going down, and I'm sticking to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you know what path you kind of are on, and you're gonna stick to that because there's just some things. Like I said, like we always say it, man. Like all money ain't good money. All pussy ain't good. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just gonna say it. All pussy ain't good pussy.
Okay, well, yeah. I don't know. You know how this damn podcast shit be on them certain keywords. Well,
hey, they understand. They got to understand. I mean,
you know what? You can always beat the motherfucker out shit. Fuck.
Yeah, all beat.
all coochie. You know what I'm saying?
All coochie.
Coochie, not caruche, but coochie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to just keep recycling these same women. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure them walls ain't knocking when you get it.
The walls ain't knocking, the beat steady rocking. You know what I'm saying?
You'll be up. All right, we'll just use this for example. Say they get with Kim Kardashian. You knocking it out from the back from Kim Kardashian, then you go, damn, this shit ain't what I thought. This shit ain't what I thought. You know what? Who's the newest bitches out? Like Sweeties and
I need
you gonna be fantasizing about them while you doing that with Kim Kardashian, and then that post nut clarity kicks in and like, damn, that wasn't what I even wanted. I
had to have it though. I had to have
it. I had to have it. And then you move on to the next. Like that's my thing. You don't have to do that.
No.
How many? So, bro, when we used to go out to the clubs, right? Say there's a female guest that's a celebrity, a bunch of niggas is gonna go crazy over that celebrity, right? But there's probably like 10, 11 other women that are finer than her in there that don't know. They just got regular jobs and stuff. And see, that's another thing. Women, we do not care about what you do for a living. We don't care.
Never did.
We if you're attractive, if you're very attractive, if you're, and you got a good person, that's all we care about. I don't care if you got millions and millions of dollars. I don't care about that. But certain certain dudes, they just think that's going to help their status in life. it's going to help them raise up to a better tier or something.
Right.
Not necessarily.
And again, women who have status, it ain't like they gonna want to deal with a man that's on their level too. So women don't even deal with dudes that's beneath them that come with status. That's the only time that shit kick in. You know what I'm saying?
I can't say that. I can't say that, so bro. You know why? Because that emotional intelligence of women can get the best of them. You be like, damn, this bitch got 3 doctorates and it's all these big ass certificates on her wall. And she's fucking that nigga that's on he just got out.
That's true. That's true.
And they think because that nigga can stroke them really well while the other nigga that has the doctorate, you know, he nuts in like 2 seconds of shit. I'm sorry. and first of all, rich nigga, you have the resources to get your dick fixed. You could get implants and all that.
Just get some beats.
So,
Eat some
shame
beats.
on you. Shame on you.
Right.
Like, but you got to remember the broke nigga. Like, okay, say if he's in jail and he ain't fucking niggas in there.
Yeah.
Lord, guess what he's doing while he's in jail? Guess what he's doing while he's in jail? He's the nigga's practicing semen retention indirectly. Right. He could be a dumb nigga and be like, man, I'm just gonna chill. I ain't even jacking off. Nigga, I'm just gonna focus on this books.
Right.
Get out of here and just serve my time and get out. And then that nigga, once he gets out, he gets some ass. Oh, it's gonna be the woman's gonna be, oh my God, your dick is the greatest. And then she gets dickmatized. She'll get dickmatized. And then you be like, why is she with this type of nigga? And it's because of that reason. That's why. See, that's what I'm saying. She could be book smart, so intelligent, but if she ain't got no emotional intelligence.
Oh, that shit is not in void. Yeah, that shit don't mean a damn thing.
Like you know this is not a check, right? It says void on it. This is not you can't cash this. I'm sorry. I don't know what you thought, but you can't cash this shit.
Right.
You done. It's done for.
Right. That coupon expired. God damn it.
It is expired. No rain checks over here. It expired.
You checks no more. You got some on your damn debit card, so it can be debited out your account.
Yeah, tap it. You know, tap it. You tap it now. We ain't doing no chip. No, you tapping. Tap it. Yeah,
you ain't sticking it up in the slot. You tapping the goddamn it.
Tap it. Tap it.
Oh shit. You know, it's crazy. I finally got a card that tap. I didn't know how that shit worked. I was like, oh, you just lay it on there? Oh shit, that shit beat.
Yeah,
I'm so used to putting them on, putting the pin in and all that shit.
Yeah, you just go like this. Bloop. And then you hear that do do do. And then you'll be looking like the niggas in the commercial and shit.
Like, damn, I'm tapping.
Yeah.
Too bad they do a commercial with Sammy Davis Jr. As soon as he tapped it, he start tap dancing and shit.
Like, damn, you got me tapping, man.
So boing, boing, man. I just tapped. Oh, shit.
Oh. But yes, back to this subject. It's very important, especially for you young men out there. Zion made a big ass mistake. He really did. Right. And Zion, he's still young enough to come back from this. I don't care them threats that Mariah Mills is saying to him. He's got you can tell he has good parents. He's got a good foundation of people around him. And I think he'll get it back on track. But Zion, don't do this shit again.
Please don't. The last thing we need is you talking about you doing something with goddamn one of the old school porn stars or some shit.
It's like, sir, you gave $1 million.
Vanessa Blue? You were Vanessa Blue? I thought she was doing yoga. Oh Lord, she trying to expose y'all? No, she old school. She probably ain't gonna expose.
But you never know. You never know. I mean, she's got to get her yoga off the ground.
That's true. Yeah, yoga shit ain't working. So
they know how to network. They know how to network.
Oh yeah.
So, and this is my thing, right, with Zion too. It's like you gave $1 million to someone to satisfy your sexual needs. Think about that for a second. You gave $1 million a month.
Well, you know what we call that, so brother. That's simping. Like you simp.
That's big. That's big simping.
That's big
Big
simping.
simping. Because think about it. When you were probably broke, you were probably buying a subscription to Mariah Mills for $5.99 a month.
For real. Oh
And then
yeah.
you
Well,
get
you probably an OnlyFans subscriber. That's probably how he got her ass.
right, but then you get the real deal, and she done played you out of $100,000 a month.
Like for real.
There is no way she was doing something so sexually good. I'm sorry, I done had plenty of ass in my day. I'm gonna say that. and I've done had some great sex. But it ain't, even if I had that money, it ain't $1 million a month worth.
No, fuck that. I'm sorry, ain't no coochie worth $1 million for me. Guess what? Like you just said earlier, still the same.
It's still the same.
That shit ain't changing.
Whether she's big, whether she's small, whether
small.
she's ugly, whether she's tall. Still the same.
Still the same. And guess what?
Let's do it. TD Jakes. The tall pussy's still there. The good pussy's still there. The big pussy's still there. It's still there.
Matter of fact, I was at Dillon's because Dillon's is like the Kroger's here in Kansas. There's a lady that was back. I was like, well, in my mind, like she look all right. So I was like, if $1 million is worth spending, then I know her shit can't be no different than that $1 million you didn't try to trick to get that coochie.
Exactly. That's what I do.
Cashier get the same feeling from that $1 million coochie you didn't get.
The same feeling. Like
same feeling.
I have, and you know what's great? I have never heard these dudes that have slept with these, top tier beautiful women. I've never heard them talk about, oh man, the coochie was just extravagant. I've never heard them say anything different about if it's from another chick that's average or something. For instance, you remember Hugh Grant back in the day?
Yeah.
He had a wife that was considered a top tier beautiful woman, right?
Yeah.
What did he go to Los Angeles looking for? He looked for a ratchet, fake ass Mary J. Blige. What was that bitch's name? What was her name? You know who I'm talking about. With Hugh Grant.
Oh shit, you have to make me Google that.
I think her last name was Brown, I believe.
Okay.
Let me see. Hugh Grant. Look that up. Yes, Divine Brown. Do you remember that?
Oh, Divine Brown, yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. But you had this top tier woman. You had this top tier woman that a lot of men, like I said, they want to recycle through the same woman, and they was wanting that woman you got because they consider that top tier. But then you go to downtown Los Angeles and say, I want that ratchet bitch right now.
You want a bitch named Divine.
Divine. Hey, Divine, I want you to suck my dick in this phone. Be like, ain't you Hugh Grant? Shouldn't you get a room? I know I should get a room, but I want to live on the edge tonight. I want to be under the city lights, smell the air, and get this head. Goodbye.
I want some of that LA small in my luxurious head in this front seat of this rental car. Get to work.
I gave you the money. Get to work.
Payment has been dispersed. Yeah, I didn't realize that shit was old. 1995. Damn.
Yeah, but it's very relevant. It's very relevant to today. Like, he had a top tier woman. That shows you that men do not care about the status. He went from this top tier woman to Divine Brown.
Divine Brown. That's crazy.
Divine Brown. I'm telling you. Like,
ain't that some shit like when Arnold Schwarzenegger because he was married to like his ex-wife was like a high-end lady or some shit, and he ended up having a kid with the goddamn house cleaner.
The house cleaner. You see that shit?
And that
Like,
baby mixed too. That baby a black baby. Is a
yes. And that's the crazy part. They do not want that out at all.
Yeah.
And guess what? I don't even know what that woman looks like. But if she is black, you ain't gonna know what she looks like.
Oh, you'll never know that shit.
It's so controversial, you know.
Speaking of that, I forgot he got that documentary on Netflix. I'm gonna look at that shit.
Oh yeah, I heard it's good too. I heard it's real good. So yeah,
I'm gonna check that out.
Like yes, but you know, let's do our closing points on this. I'm gonna let you go with your closing points on why do men in the public eye recycle through these women. Talk about just a quick synopsis of, you know, the actual meaning of the question, and then what the solution can be for, especially for these young men out here. Older men, yes, they can still take the advice, but these young men need to hear this.
Oh, they need it because you still got your life ahead of you that you can still make moves. But no, I think the whole point of it is that, man, men should not be like basic enough to just sit there and still deal with the same type of women that everybody wants and all that shit. Even though it's kind of too for women too, because women only want the top tier type men with status, whatever. But men can control that shit by not entertaining women like them that only look for men like them to change the whole narrative of, you know, of what you really want. But again, if you think it with your dick, this shit gonna go over your head. But if you actually think it with some logic and understanding on if you want an end goal or something when it comes to a personal relationship, then broaden your horizons and don't sit there and be a victim of familiarity. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole point that needs to be understood and put out there, is that, you know, have your fun, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, there's more than one ways to skin a cat. And if you still want to have fun, you can always do it a different way, not the cliche way of what you always been used to. So that's all I got to say.
I 100% agree with that. I like what you said there. My final thoughts on this particular subject and a solution to it is, well, if you're a young man, you're going to make your mistakes. It just happens. I was a young man once. Oh, Yella was a young man once. We've made our mistakes, but we have learned from them, most of them. And you will have to do that and continue that throughout your life. But if you want to get a real good jump on this life, where you ain't got to make all those mistakes, I would just suggest you really take it slow.
Focus on yourself.
Yeah, control your
focus on your self-worth, because you gotta build yourself up. You know
right.
What I'm saying?
You gotta focus on your self-worth. Control your urges, because your urges will get the best of you if you do not. You know, I always say, you know, if you don't control your urges, they will control you. I always say that.
Control you.
You know, I always say that. And then another thing is that, say if there is a woman, and I'm gonna use Zion since he's relevant with this. There's a woman that looks like Mariah Mills, and that's just your preference. Well, guess what? You don't have to get Mariah Mills per se. You could get someone else that looks like her, that ain't in the public eye, and you can do all those things with her, and that relationship is kept private and exclusive. You ain't got to worry about if she's going to turn against you or anything like that. Like and she could be a good person. This Mariah Mills woman is a Lilith. She wants to ruin you. She is a man eater, as they call it.
She trying to goddamn set the gates of hell in his life.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And it's like, if you want that type of woman, you could get a woman that looks like that, but doesn't act like that.
Right. Exactly.
Like you think about that. So think about some women that you just found really attractive, but the personalities was just shit.
Terrible.
But if you saw them, that same type of woman look the same way, in which you do, when you travel, you will find that some women look the same wherever you go.
Wherever you go. I've seen it, and it's true.
You can find a woman with a nice personality with the same look. And that's where it comes back to my thing of, you get what you want and need with that.
Right.
Instead of, I want it, but I don't need it. Or, man, I need it, but I don't want it. If you get back to that scenario, you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So my solution is that, going forward, just know what you're looking at, know what you're dealing with.
Right.
Like, be smart. If you didn't ever give nobody $1 million a month before, don't try it now.
Please don't try nothing, dude. If you never sold drugs when you was a jit, don't try to sell drugs in your 40s because it's not gonna turn out well for you.
It's not gonna turn out well.
Right.
You're gonna miss some steps, and and guess
you're
what?
you're too old to recover from those steps if you was caught when you was a kid. So you're not gonna do it.
And what's gonna happen if you miss those steps? Incarcerations.
That's right.
That's what's gonna happen. And then let's recycle it through the same women. This is my solution. There is so many women out there in the world. Just go find your own batch.
Thank you. You can have your own batch, your own whatever, and it's your exclusive shit.
And it's your exclusive shit.
And nobody gotta know about that shit.
For instance, right here, me and this man on the screen. Best friends, talk about all kinds of stuff, hang out together, road dogs, whatever. One thing we do not do is share women.
That's a no-go.
That is no-go. If he got some chick that he knows and he done mess with, my interest is gone. All I do is just I get my popcorn. Oh yeah, what else? That's all that's as far as it goes.
Right.
Just hear his conversation though.
Right.
That's it. I don't even need to see that. No, none of that shit. That's his thing. That's what he wants to do with his batches.
Right. And on the back end, when you did your batches, you be like, well, okay, so brother, yeah, and you know what I'm saying? And then, whatever you do, and that's your thing, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's your shit. So,
and that's what I'm saying. I don't understand all these different women in the world, and you can have all different types to yourself, but you would rather go for the ones that everybody done conquered because you want to conquer it too.
Right.
You could be the 42nd nigga up in there and you feel like you number one. Nigga, 43 is coming in 10 minutes.
Facts. You know what I'm saying?
He's coming fast too. Right. You 42 and you act like you number one, but 43's at the door.
Right. If you really want some shit, climb Mount Everest. We ain't talking about Pikes Peak. Take your ass. If you really want to be distinguishing yourself, climb a Mount Everest, because not too many people can get up to Mount Everest and say they climbed that shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, they cannot.
But then if you go up the goddamn Lookout Mountain and shit, well, shit, everybody been up the Lookout Mountain.
Everybody done
I was Lookout Mountain when I was 21. Shit.
Everybody done drove that circle road.
Everybody know that shit. You can go Lookout Mountain with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
And then look over the whole city of Denver right there.
Right there. Because everybody's done it. But if you just want to have your own niche, and look at it like this. Like case in point, so remember when, I'll use this chick for example, we went to Challengers. And you remember that chick comes in, she was an older lady, and she was all in shape and stuff.
Yeah.
And I told you I knew her, right?
Yeah.
And then you was like, so you know that? And I was like, yeah, I know her. And then we introduced her to you and we started talking a little, and then we just kept it cordial and let it be.
Right.
That was just, she was in, a woman that I knew exclusively that nobody else knew. But she just happened to bump into you because we was there. So, but that's still the case. You didn't sit up there and go like this when I went to the bathroom and try to holler at her and get her number. Right. You didn't do that.
Right.
Case same thing with you. Like there'd be a chick that you took us to go meet up. Oh yeah, that night when it was Springs. Say Springs 2. Springs 2? Yeah, we'll say that. They don't even know what it is. That's pretty bland. Springs 2. So Springs too. You went to go meet Springs too, and she had that friend. Remember that?
Yeah, with the attitude.
And I didn't even try hollering at the friend. And then you was just doing your thing, talking. I just was like, I'm just waiting in the wing. Like, all right, what's next?
Facts.
Like, am I going to go home because you about to get some ass? Because I mean, I need to be, you know that. You remember, I was taking the bus too. I was like, I got to ride. I can't miss that bus. You know, let me know if you got to get this ass before 12:15. If you get this ass before 12:15, if you get this ass after 12:16, I'm gonna be pissed because I got to walk all the way fucking back to my belt. Let me know. I'm on time. So get your game right and hurry up and do this shit.
Yeah,
so I can know
we're not on Dame time. We on my time.
You know. But yeah, so I think that's gonna sum it up pretty good right there. You know, I mean, that was good. That was good little video there.
Yeah.
Hope a lot of people take a look back at it, rewatch it. Yeah. That's all me and old Yella here do. We just we talk about and discuss things that we see that's going on, the fuckery that goes on, and we discuss these things and try to come to some solutions. And it's not necessarily the men our age, even though some can listen. But you know, a lot of them niggas
they're not excluded. They're not excluded from
not
this.
Excluded. But they're set in their ways, so it's gonna be hard to change.
Yeah, you can't teach old dog new tricks all the time.
But you young men out there, we ain't lying to you. This is the truth. We spewing the truth out to you. We ain't bullshit.
Exactly.
That's one thing we don't do.
Yeah.
We do not do that.
We don't do that.
Well, yeah, I loved it. Once again, man, as always, you know.
For sure. It's been a pleasure.
And everybody that did check in, I seen we was getting, you know, up to 3, up to 4, you know, they kept coming in and out. Everybody that watched it, I couldn't see the comments. I got to figure out that button. I figured out
I saw it over mine. Yeah, you click on.
Oh yeah, okay then. Yeah, so that I have to respond to those later. But everybody that checked in, tuned in, make sure to share the video, watch it again, tell people about it. You know, definitely get it out there. I got old Yella. His YouTube channel is featured on my page. You could go and click his link right there and subscribe to his channel. Get his subscribers up as well. And you know, until our next time. You know, you ain't got any last words, old Yella?
Hey, we're gonna run this back. We're gonna spin the block on some more subjects in the future. So stay tuned.
And I'm gonna piggyback off that. We're gonna bounce back. All right then. Until next time on Nights with Ricky. Peace.